We are going to work on Guided Project 3.1. So I have the file already open. I'm going to click on the Enable Content button so that you can start working on it. I've already saved it. So it's to open the album table. So I'm going to double click album, and there should be 27 records. I can tell if I look down here, it should say 27. And it says to click the plus symbol next to album ID 6. So I'm going to look for 6 and click the plus symbol. This plus symbol indicates that there's a link between the album table and a different table, and it happens to be connected to the songs. So it's telling me all the songs on each of these albums. Okay. I can close that. It then says to create a new query wizard, new query using the simple query wizard. So I'm going to click on create, and I'm going to go to query wizard, and I'm going to choose a simple query, and then click OK. And I'm going to choose the different fields that I want to show up on my query. So if you look at step 7, it starts with, you want album name there, and then artist name, and then genre, and then release date, and then from the songs, these are all the things from the album table. And then I'm going to click on the drop down and choose the songs table, and I want the song titles to show up. So if you look at the picture on the second page of the instructions, these are the fields that they have, and they want them in this order. Now we're going to click the next button, and we're going to make sure that the detail button is still selected, and then click next, and then we're going to change the title. It says in step 7N, we're going to name this songs on albums, and then we're going to click finish. And now when you look down here at the bottom, now there should be 355 records. Now we're going to edit the query in design view. So I'm going to click on the home tab, and then in the view section over here, I'm going to go to design view, and I'm going to make some modifications. I'm going to click in the criteria row for the genre. I want to search for rock album, so I'm going to type the word rock there. So if it's a rock album, then it's going to show up. Okay, when I click tab, you notice it automatically puts quotation marks around the text. That means that that's the criteria it's going to use to run my query. And now I'm going to click the run button up here, and there should be only 93, because there's only 93 songs that show up with the genre that says rock. Okay, I'm going to go back to design view, so I can either click the drop down arrow, or I can click on the ruler and pencil. That takes me back to design view. And under the release date field, I'm going to add criteria. In step 8E, it says to type in greater than or equal to the pound symbol, and I'm going to say 1/1/2000, and then another pound symbol. Okay. And I'm going to tab out and click run. So now it's only showing me albums that were released after that date. So it should have 30 songs, and it should have Maroon 5 and John Mayer. So now I'm going to go ahead, and step number 9, it says to save a copy. So I'm going to click the File tab. I'm going to go down to Save As, but now instead of saving the database, I'm going to save the object as. And then I'm going to click Save As, and I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename it to be Songs on Rock Albums After and 2000, no spaces. And then click OK. Now I can close this, and we're going to add a parameter for the artist name. So we're going to go back to the songs on albums query. So I'm going to double click this one, and then I'm going to go to design view, and under the criteria for artist name, I'm going to type in bracket show songs by which artist, question mark, close brackets. So that's in step 10D. It shows you exactly what to type. I'm going to tab out of there and then click run. And then it asks me that question that I just typed in, and I'm gonna type in the word Maroon 5 because that's the band I want to look for, and then click OK. So now it's only showing me albums where Maroon 5 is the artist, and there should be 48 of them. And now I'm going to go to the design view so that I can sort. And so I'm going to resort it by release date. So under the release date, I'm going to click in the third row, which is the sort row, and I am going to sort in ascending order. So it's going to be earliest to latest. And then I'm going to click the run button, and again it's going to ask me which artist I'm looking for. Maroon 5. And now it's in order. You notice the date, so the earlier ones come first and then the later dates. Now I'm going to do another save a copy, so I'm going to go File, Save As. I'm going to save the object only, and I'm going to save it as song count artist parameter. That's in step 12C. It tells me what to save it as. And I'm going to click OK. And now in step 13 it says to edit to add a total row. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the design. Oops, I'm going to go to design view, and I'm going to click on the design tab, and I'm going to click on the totals button. So over here in this section of show hide, I'm going to click totals, and then I'm going to go to the song title field, and I'm going to group by count. And now I'm going to click run. So in step number 15 it says to enter Maroon 5, and you should have 3 albums because there are 3 albums by this artist. And we are done with the guided project, so you can close and save, or save and close, excuse me, and then upload.